I want to update my Minecraft world, but I have been delaying it for weeks. The only rule is I'm only using mods that still feel vanilla. So today I'm showing you the best vanilla friendly mods that I use in my survival world. What could possibly go wrong? Some sad news, 81% of my viewers... What is it? Like, dude, nobody cares. Aw, okay. This is our project today. While I try to sketch a cute vanilla ice cream, you know, vanilla Minecraft, huh? Okay, I'll draw specific things in this little guy to show how the mods will be divided into 5 categories. Number 1, the abs will be the core mods. Number 2, he's holding a spanner for the configuration mods. Number 3, he's very muscly, so that will be for the aesthetics. Number 4, his big smile for the quality of life mods. And number 5, he has a hard hat for the building mods. Let's go! The very first thing I have to do is change the 1.21.10 to the latest release and run it once. Now we just need to wait for it to install. Only 112 megabytes? Like, if you think about other games where you download 40, 60, 100 gigs, this was easy. Let's begin with the core. Fabric is the core installation of what I run. So download for Windows. And this is the place where I download all my mods and ModRenth. So I'm just going to go mods. I already downloaded Fabric API and we are going to start with another core, which is Sodium. And for Minecraft 26.2 has early support for Vulkan. And that is the very first thing I'm going to try. That's going to be great. 26.2 Fabric. Here we go. And while we're here with the Sodium page, we're going to do SodiumExtra and ReesesSodiumOptions. SodiumExtra is adding optifying things into it. Let's go. And then SodiumOptions, so you can have extra options, and it's nicer looking. Another core is Iris shaders. I love shaders. They're very pretty. It's like makeup. Continuing with the core mods, Lithium and ImmediatelyFast. Lithium improves physics, mob AI, block ticking, you know, the things that you don't realize. And ImmediatelyFast optimizes entities, block entities, particles, rendering, and a whole bunch of things. There's another one called BadOptimizations. It goes from a crazy amount of FPS to over 2000 FPS, like, I don't even know. So it should help. So we'll just install it, eh? No questions asked. Now that we have a Fabric Loader 26.2, I'm just gonna go play and see if the game actually runs. That is the first thing. I don't want to install a whole bunch of mods and then the game doesn't run and then you're like this. We got an error, look! So Sodium, we need to install a newer version. So let's go and do that right now. Here we go, it works. Minecraft 26.2 modded. Nice! And now we will move to the configuration sort of mods, libraries and other things that support the mod rather than being a core function. Let's move into that. The first one on the list is called Balm, which basically is the library mod for other mods. So we will have to download it. It is what it is. Fabric. Here we go. The other one that we need, it's called Cloth Configuration API. Another one of those libraries. Here we go. Now the next one is called EntityCulling. So we're going to download the first one, MoreCulling, and MoreCulling Extra. What? So culling basically hide blocks and entities that are not visible in a MoreCulling. Again, this changes how multiple types of culling are handled in order to improve performance. So more FPS. Another configuration or library is called Malilib. I love that. Another library for other mods. Like for example, Lightmatica, MiniHUD, Tweakeroo, all those use Malilib. There is another one called Text PlaceholderAPI. One of my mods uses it. I don't remember which one, so I need to install it, otherwise it doesn't run. I don't remember which one, so we'll just go with it, okay? This is so professional, trust me. Another configuration one is actually Tweakeroo. right here. So this is a pretty useful mod, especially I use it on creative mode because it has like flexible block placement, accurate block placement, a fast left click or right click when you want to destroy a whole bunch of things, gamma override, which is like a lifesaver, especially on dark areas when you're recording for YouTube, and a free camera, which is really helpful if you don't want to use an Elytra to go back and forwards to actually see how the build is looking. Pretty useful. And yet another config library. There's so many of them. I also need to download it. All right, the extra configuration files are in. Let's see if the game runs. Here we go. Yes, it's running. And now, yeah, we still have the modded. Brilliant. It's looking good so far. Next on the list are my favorite mods, the quality of life mods. Let me show you. Now, the first one of my quality of life is essential, but I am considering not installing it this time around. I don't like the microtransactions at all, but I did like the fact that you can invite your friends over and basically use your own world as a server. I did like that, but I think Minecraft has that functionality in game now, so I don't think I need it. The other thing I used this, not for the microtransactions, but it was to change my skin really quickly without having to close and open the game. And I also used some of the emotes, but I think I'll skip it at this time around. Again, I don't like the fact that they use microtransactions so you can buy emotes and extra skins and things like that. I am not sure about this. I'll probably leave it out this time around. Now, please let me know in the comments, do you use Essential mod? And what do you use it for? Let me know. Another quality of life mod that I cannot live without is EntityCulling. Oh yeah, there you go. It requires Balm. We did download that. This is one of the best things I have ever found on the internet. First one, you can control click any item to only quick move a single item instead of the entire stack. You know when you're crafting something and you just want one single item from your inventory instead of the whole stack? Instead of grabbing the whole thing and then right click, you just go control click and only one item will go into that. It's brilliant. Like, give it a go. You won't be able to live without it. Download, please. The next one is called KleesSlabs. KleesSlabs also requires Balm, but this one is basically you can break one of the slabs without having to break the whole thing. When you're building something, it's incredibly frustrating when that happens. So this one allows you to break that single slab. Amazing. Download, please. MiniHUD is another one that I use quite regularly, especially because I want to see important things like, for example, light levels, things that are very awkward to find in Minecraft, and other things like spawn chunks or slime chunks. Like, that is something I don't quite appreciate on video games, that you have to have an external website or an external tool to find something about the game. So ideally, everything should be inside the game. Now, another one that is a requirement is called ModMenu. I didn't add it as a core because you can live without it, but this helps you so much. ModMenu adds another menu button in Minecraft where you can see all your mods and configure them by clicking on this tiny little configuration button. So you can go into the settings of the mod and add, remove things and enable all that kind of stuff. Really, really helpful. Now, the next one is not life of this situation, but TradeCycling is just so much easier. Especially when you're setting up villager trading, the very first trade, you can actually cycle. Instead of having to break the workstation and place it again, you can just cycle it, and it's basically doing that for you. You can exploit the feature in Minecraft anyways, so may as well just make it a bit nicer. You can cycle the first trade. Once the first trade is locked, and you can't do anything like that. It's just for the beginning trade. Much better. But don't click too fast, because if you miss it, you have to go around. There's no reverse or way back machine kind of thing. Now, another one that is incredible is called Simple Voice Chat. It's just so simple, so good, it works fantastically. A great quality of life mod if you want to talk to your friends. You don't have to open an external app to do it, you just do it in game. And when you had enough, you just go away and then you can't hear them anymore. Now, another quality of life is dynamic FPS. So basically when your game is idle or in the background, or if you're running the game on a laptop, if you're not using it, it will reduce the FPS, the frames, so it doesn't use as much computing power. Now, the next one is called BetterF3. I know Mojang just updated the F3 screen so you can add or remove things, so much better. This one though allows you to color code things, so it makes it easier to see them, and you can also add or remove things. I think it's quite good. I didn't use it last time because it was not updated. Again, it's not updated to the last version, so I will have to wait until they updated it. So we're skipping this one for now. But the one I wanted to try this time around is called BetterAdvancements. A couple of my friends were playing with a crazy world where they had like insane amount of advancements. Kind of liked it. What I found interesting about this particular mod is that it allows you to see, for example, if you want to do the 2x2 advancements, it tells you which ones you haven't done. So instead of having to guess which ones you're missing, you can just do them like this. Much better, you see. Let's give this a go. All right, hopefully the game works. I'm gonna run it and I'll be right back. No errors whatsoever. Let's carry on. Now the next category, I call this the aesthetic mods, that allows you to make the game slightly prettier or slightly more functional, but they have to do with the pretty side of things, like for example taking screenshots and making thumbnails. Completely unnecessary mods, but boy, they look cool. The first one is called CameraUtils. You can have a zoom, you have the ability to almost like you're recording yourself. It's pretty cool. I really like this one. I cannot live without it. It's so good, especially when I'm talking on a live stream and my character is just moving around. Yes, absolutely necessary. Now the next one is called Chunky. Very useful. It pre-generates chunks. I use this in conjunction with a Voxy, which I'll show you in a minute. So Chunky to generate, where is fabric? Right there. To generate chunks without having to go and explore them, and then Voxy to render those chunks really far away without having to render them using the Minecraft rendering system, which otherwise would be so laggy. So you can have like extreme distance. Very pretty. Also, when you're taking screenshots, that looks amazing. Oh, it's not quite ready for 26.2. We'll just wait. We'll just wait for that one. Now, another one that I really like, it's called EmoteCraft. It's amazing. You have hundreds of emotes free of charge. You can just download them, place them in the folder. All the instructions are right there, and you can emote for free. Like Bedrock Edition has it, we don't. So we'll have to download a mod for that. 26.2 fabric. Here we go. I'm glad it's available. Now, the next one I haven't used in a while. It's called Entity Model. Yeah, there you go. Entity Texture Features and Entity Model Features. Let's go download these two. And I use those two mods because I use the texture pack called Fresh Animations, which adds so much character to the mobs in Minecraft. So we are going to download all of this. 26.2. Sometimes I disable it because the creepers are a bit too creepy, you know what I mean? But we will install it. Nice. One of my all-time favorite mods, it's called MyTotemDoll. If you've been on one of my live streams, you have seen this. I have a tiny little, almost like teddy bears of some of your guys' skins. It looks fantastic. I love using these and place them somewhere around my base. Very cool. I love the aesthetics of it. Is it available for 26.2? Yes! Let's go. I cannot live without that one. Now the next one, PlayerAnimation library. It should have been on the configuration files, but because it's aesthetic, it doesn't add much to it. I'm pretty sure we need it for the EmoteCraft. Now, I have a few more. The list is long. The next one is called Sit. Basically, it allows you to sit on slabs and also stairs. That's all it does. Yeah, that's it. I love it. It's so simple, but you have to. Once you know that you can sit on slabs and stairs, you cannot go back. Absolutely. And the other one is skin. 3D skin layers. Your skin, especially if you have extras like my skin does, they look so much cooler because the external layer, instead of being just a flat layer, it becomes a 3D. It looks, just give it a go. If your skin has an external layer, it will look so much cooler, trust me. Now, the next one is called continuity. It's very nice, especially if you don't like the way glass looks like in Minecraft right next to each other. You see how they have the outline? Continuity disables the outlines. Oh, so much cooler. And the last one on the list is a DynamicLights. When you're holding a torch or a lantern in Minecraft, you can have a little bit of light around you, almost like the glow ring from Stardew Valley, and it makes the game a bit more immersive, especially at night. I think this is a great addition to the game. And the last category of mods that I use all the time, and these ones are for a building, especially in creative mode. The first one is Lightmatica. Lightmatica has so many features, but the ability to, for example, count the items in your build, or copy and paste the build and move them around and see how they're gonna look like, things like that. Saving schematics and being able to share your world with others. I use it all the time. It's brilliant. It's so good. Lightmatica, one of my favorite mods right there. Another one that I used a lot, it used to be Replay Mod. Where's Replay Mod? I used to use Replay Mod a lot for doing time lapses and things like that, but apparently there is a better one called Flashback. You won't believe it, but I have not used Flashback just yet. So what I'm going to do this time around is download it for Fabric, and maybe I'll start doing time lapses again. I'll have to find out how this works. I'll probably watch this MockSwamp's video about on how to use it. Do you guys think I look like MockSwamp? Anyways. The next one is World Edit. If you haven't used World Edit before, it's so powerful. A lot of people are moving onto Axiom, which is even more powerful. And it's much newer, it's easier to see. But I learned World Edit a long time ago, and when I do builds, I still use some World Edit. I will learn Axiom, and I will probably start doing more massive builds, but I will use Axiom for that. So I'm just gonna go with World Edit for now. What do you think? Which one is better? World Edit or Axiom? World Edit has been there forever. Axiom is much newer and looks cooler, and I think it's more powerful. Let me know. I'm not quite sure. And the last mod for building, it's called FreeCam. The idea of this mod is that you can set up a tripod with a key. So if you don't want to go backwards and forwards and see how your build looks like, you can set the tripod, see what your build looks like from a particular angle, and then go back to building without having to actually go to that particular spot and back. If you want to see a master in action, BadOptimizations uses FreeCam to get a particular angle on his builds. A fantastic addition to the game. Really clever. Fabric. And now that I have installed all the mods, thank you ModRenth, and thank you to all the fantastic modding community out there. You guys are so talented. Imagine one day Mojang hires all of those people that are making mods and say, hey, can you give me a hand doing this so we can incorporate it into Minecraft? Oh, that would be the day. Okay, let's launch Minecraft and see what happens. Finally, we'll get to play some Minecraft. Now, what is this? Well, nobody has time to read this. I know what I'm doing. Famous last words. Do you want to join the world now? Yes, please. Loading. And we're in. Nice. Welcome to my forever world. The house looks fine. Let's go out for a little walk. What a nice day to play Minecraft. Everything looks absolutely fine. Not fine? What? Is this a junk error? Excuse me? What is going on? What did I do wrong? Moral of the story, always remember to back up your world. Luckily, I had a backup. The world is safe. It looks great. Now, the very first thing I want to do is I need to see the new baby mobs, which I haven't seen because I was delaying updating my game. Procrastinating is not a good thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, right? I have been waiting to see the new yellow baby chicken, or chick in Spanish we call it pollito. Ah, it's so cute. I'm happy. Updating the mods, what's worth it? I can't wait to see all the new features from the last few drops. Before you leave, suggest a mod that I should try. Love you and leave you. Bye bye.